Sex has always been one of the most powerful driving forces in human life. It influences relationships, culture, and even the way entire societies evolve. In America, sex is everywhere, on television, in advertisements, in movies, in fashion, and increasingly in the digital world. Yet despite this constant exposure, the true nature of American sexual desires often remains hidden, whispered about in private bedrooms rather than openly discussed. This contradiction between public conservatism and private liberation makes the topic of American sex fascinating. On one hand, America has historically embraced Puritan values, placing modesty and morality at the forefront. On the other, it is also home to the world's largest pornography industry, one of the most progressive LGBTQ+ movements, and countless subcultures that openly celebrate alternative sexual lifestyles. This article dives deep into the hidden desires behind America's bedroom secrets, unpacking the fantasies, taboos, cultural contradictions, and evolving trends that shape how Americans view intimacy today. 1. The contradiction between public morality and private desires. One of the most striking things about American sex is its paradoxical nature. America has a long tradition of puritanical values dating back to its colonial roots, where sex was considered a matter of morality and family duty. Even today, many regions of the country remain conservative, emphasizing abstinence, modesty, and traditional gender roles. But behind closed doors, research reveals a completely different story. Surveys show that Americans frequently indulge in sexual experimentation, watch pornography, explore BDSM, and seek out affairs. The Sunday church, Saturday night party dynamic reflects a hidden duality where morality dominates in public, but fantasy rules in private. This tension creates an atmosphere where sexual desires are often repressed until they burst out in more extreme ways. It is why America simultaneously produces powerful conservative voices against sex while also being the global hub for sexual entertainment industries. 2. The rise of pornography as America's secret outlet. No discussion of American sex would be complete without acknowledging the massive role of pornography. The United States produces more porn than any other country and hosts the largest adult websites that attract billions of viewers worldwide. Why is porn such a secret obsession in America? Because it provides a safe, anonymous outlet for desires that society often labels as shameful. Men and women alike turn to porn to explore fantasies they may never admit to their partners, or even to themselves. Studies show that the most searched porn categories in America often contradict public values. For instance, categories like interracial sex, same-sex encounters, BDSM, and even taboo roleplay top the charts, even in conservative states. This reveals that hidden desires don't vanish with moral restrictions, they simply find another path to expression. Porn has also shaped expectations around sex, influencing everything from body image to performance pressure. While this has had both positive and negative effects, it undeniably reveals a deeper layer of what Americans secretly crave. 3. The psychology of forbidden fantasies. Why do Americans crave what is forbidden? Psychologists suggest that humans are naturally drawn to the thrill of breaking rules. When society places strong restrictions on sexual expression, the desire for taboo experiences becomes stronger. In America, common secret fantasies include cheating and infidelity fantasies, even among happily married individuals. Dominance and submission dynamics, rooted in power play. Interracial or cross-cultural sex, reflecting both curiosity and long-standing social tensions. Same-sex experimentation, especially among people who publicly identify as straight. Age gap relationships, often linked to hidden desires for youth, maturity, or power. What makes these fantasies fascinating is that they often conflict with personal morals or social expectations. Someone may love their spouse deeply but still fantasize about another partner. A conservative man may publicly oppose LGBTQ+ rights but secretly indulge in same-sex encounters online. In other words, forbidden fantasies reveal not who Americans are publicly, but who they really are privately. 4. The influence of technology and social media. Technology has transformed American sex life more than anything else in the last 2 decades. Dating apps like Tinder, Bumble, and Grindr have normalized casual hookups, making sexual exploration easier and more accessible than ever before. At the same time, social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok blur the lines between sexuality and self-expression. Attractive selfies, thirst traps, and OnlyFans content show that Americans are more comfortable selling, sharing, and displaying sexuality online. But this digital sexual revolution has also created hidden struggles. Many Americans live double lives, one carefully curated online for family and colleagues, and another that explores raw, unfiltered desires in private. This divide between public image and secret desires adds another layer to the nation's bedroom contradictions. 5. America's fetish culture, from vanilla to extreme. Fetishes, once seen as deviant, have become more mainstream in American bedrooms. BDSM, roleplay, voyeurism, exhibitionism, and foot fetishes are no longer confined to underground circles. They are openly discussed in podcasts, blogs, and even TV shows. But despite this growing openness, many Americans still keep their kinks secret from partners. The fear of judgment or rejection prevents full disclosure. This leads to a quiet underground culture where people turn to online communities, secret clubs, or discreet meetups to fulfill their desires. Interestingly, the United States has some of the largest fetish conventions in the world, such as Folsom Street Fair in San Francisco, proving that hidden desires eventually find public celebration. 6. Infidelity and the search for forbidden thrills. Cheating is one of the most common bedroom secrets in America. Studies show that nearly 1 in 5 married Americans admit to having had an affair, and the real number may be higher. Why do people risk love, stability, and reputation for a secret fling? The answer lies in desire for novelty, validation, and the excitement of secrecy itself. Affairs often provide what people feel is missing at home: passion, attention, or the freedom to express hidden fantasies without judgment. Websites like Ashley Madison, which openly promote discreet affairs, gained millions of American users, proving that the demand for secret sexual lives is widespread. 7. The generational divide in American sexual desires. American sexual desires are not the same across generations. Each age group hides its own unique secrets. Baby boomers, 60s, 70s, despite their age, many secretly explore online dating, Viagra-enhanced intimacy, and even swinging communities. Gen X, 40s, 50s, often secretly dissatisfied in long marriages, they turn to affairs or unconventional arrangements. Millennials, 30s, 40s, more experimental, openly engaging in polyamory, same-sex experiences, and kinks. Gen Z, 20s, the most sexually fluid generation, where labels like straight or gay matter less, and open relationships are more accepted. What unites all generations, however, is the need to keep certain desires secret, proof that sexual freedom has limits, even in a progressive nation. 8. America's obsession with sex and power. In America, sex is often tied to power. From Hollywood scandals to political affairs, sexual secrets have destroyed careers and reputations. Yet, this doesn't stop people in positions of authority from indulging in risky behavior. This reflects a deeper truth: sex, secrecy, and power are intertwined in American culture. The thrill of breaking rules, of indulging in what shouldn't be done, often amplifies desire. This is why scandals are not rare, they are inevitable. 9. The impact of religion on sexual secrecy. Religion remains a powerful influence in American sexuality. In communities where religion is strong, sexual repression is often higher. This leads to hidden behaviors like secret affairs, same-sex experimentation, or porn addiction. The irony is that the states with the most conservative sexual values often rank highest in secret porn consumption. This shows that suppression does not erase desire, it merely drives it underground. 10. The future of American sexual desires. Where is America headed in terms of sex? Current trends suggest that openness will continue to expand. Polyamory, non-monogamous relationships, and sexual fluidity are becoming more mainstream. Porn and sex tech industries are evolving rapidly, offering virtual reality experiences, AI companions, and advanced sex toys. However, secrecy will never disappear. Even in a sexually liberated society, some desires will always remain too taboo, too personal, or too risky to share. Hidden fantasies will always exist, because sexuality is as much about imagination as it is about reality. American sex is full of contradictions. It is at once puritanical and progressive, conservative and experimental, shameful and celebrated. Behind closed doors, Americans harbor desires that rarely match their public values, creating a fascinating tension between image and reality. The hidden desires behind America's bedroom secrets reveal more than just sexual curiosity. They expose the deeper struggles of identity, freedom, morality, and human longing. In the end, America's sex life is a mirror of its culture, diverse, contradictory, and endlessly complex. As technology evolves and taboos shift, the line between private fantasy and public acceptance may blur. But one thing will remain constant: behind every closed door, in every private thought, hidden desires will continue to shape the intimate lives of millions.